Hey, so you can tell, right, that I'm not wearing any headphones, and for once, the title of the video was probably like lowercase at some point. Yeah, that's right, we're gonna do one of those little vloggy things, bro. We do these like once every so often, and straight out the bat, someone recently in my comment section, they commented and they were talking about how I always rub my hands together. It's like a subconscious thing that I do now. I don't even have to think to do it. It's just like the thing I do when I do most intros. I don't know why it's became a habit. But yeah, this video is kind of gonna be a lot more down to earth, chill. I just wanna really make this video about talking to you guys. It's something I don't do very often because for the most part, I'm just out there kind of grinding, getting stuff done, which is what I kind of like to do. I've always done it that way, and I like making content ultimately. MatPat though threw up recently his retirement video, bro. It was kind of sad though. I gotta say, the new guy on the channel, he does an amazing job with the theory videos. And then just the other day, I saw Jacksepticeye also make a video in this similar sort of thing. It's obviously a topic that's kind of on people's minds, like this whole retirement thing, because it's like YouTube has actually been around for quite some time, and we're at this point where sort of the initial generation, or like the early ones that came through, they're kind of getting to that point in their career where they've done this for like a decade plus, and they're starting to consider, how much longer can I do this, or do I want to do it at least in the same way I've done things? And there is things I want to speak about this for myself personally, but I'm just gonna straight away say important notice. Please don't take anything I say in this video as me needing sympathy, feeling like sorry for myself. Like, guys, it's the furthest thing from it. I know I'm in like such a great position and I love everything I do. Yeah, I just wanted to clear the air though, so no point in this. Do not feel sorry for me. I am not asking for it. I just wanted to do a vlog and speak about some things. If you guys do enjoy this video as well, go ahead, drop a like rating. Did the like button like light up? I think sometimes when you say like subscribe, I think it lights up too. But the main thing in the title about retirement, have I honestly ever thought about it? Yes, I think everyone does, but do I plan to do it anytime soon? No. There is way too much that I gotta do, man. Like, I have to do it. It's not that I want to, but it is as well. Like, I really want to, but it's so passionate within me that I have to do it. It's like, you know, I wake up and I just want to get going and do so much, bro. And I know there's so much in me still, and I'm curious to see what that even is, you know? Like, I awaken new video things, new ways of doing my content all the time within me, and it's fun. Like, it's so fun to see how I'm adapting over time to the way I do content. But the reason why I really wanted to just speak about this is just saying like how my plans have changed over time with the way I sort of go about doing my channel, doing the videos on it. And I'm sure some of you people have noticed these changes too, which I'll be speaking about. One of the big things is like I put a lot more time into each video now in terms of like the video length, because YouTube has changed so much over the years to the point where it's a very competitive landscape, and that's just the nature of it. Because I was doing it back in like 2014, 2015. It wasn't cool to be a YouTuber. It was actually kind of embarrassing. No one understood what it meant to be a YouTuber. It's like, oh, you just play games in your bedroom all day, you have no job. It's like, buddy, office workers have been around for centuries, by the way. But yeah, YouTube, it feels different nowadays. And I do feel for like newcomers on the platform, because it feels like, you know, you experience more extremes, most certainly. And it's a lot more harder to sort of break out into the sort of grandiose scale that people deserve. There's a lot of talent on this platform. It's like you see these new creators, they come up, but they rise so quick, where back in the day, it was not like that, man. But at the same time, it kind of reminds me, like, you know, there's these new people coming on the field all the time with new ideas and new things. And I always have to be on my A game because of that, because I feel like despite being established, despite being this certain position on the platform, I don't know what Social Blade says I am. I'm in like the top 1,000 subscribed channels. Am I? I don't even know. But it feels like despite the position I'm in, I could seriously drop off like at any point. It's the strangest feeling, like, honestly, that I ever have. It's probably a bit unhealthy. Like, I need to try and figure out how to, you know, manage that feeling, but I bet a lot of other people relate to me too. Let's just speak about though how I go about my current work schedule, which is now prioritizing longer videos compared to how you could do it 5 years ago. I could do like 10-minute videos, and that was like banger after banger. People loved it. But you do a 10-minute video now, it feels like YouTube doesn't really want to push that video out past like maybe your subscribers. You know, sometimes videos just do bad and it's on you. People love to blame the algorithm. Sometimes it can be, but sometimes you got to take the hit and realize you tried something, your idea didn't work. It's also your fault too. I've accepted that, and I think it helps with the way I kind of strategize as well with uploads. Hey guys, welcome to a day in the life of a YouTuber that edits videos. That's what time I have to wake up to do everything every day. So my current workflow is I get up as early as I can. I actually wake up most of the time before my alarm, and I just lay there restless, even though I don't sleep great all the time. I don't know what it is. So I wake up then, I start work as early as I can. Sometimes it's like 6:30. Sometimes it's a bit later, maybe like 7 a.m. And I'll edit from that point until like, I don't know, 11, 12. So that's like 5 hours. Then I'll try and record something between like 12 to 2. Get back to editing until about 6 o'clock, and then I'll try and do a thumbnail, get videos done for the day. I try and work like one video ahead though, so I'm not kind of stressing if I'm a little bit behind. You know, I've got a video already uploaded. So it's like when I'm working on Monday, I'm working for like Tuesday or Wednesday's video, and I've got Monday's video already done. So, you know, it's quite a bit, maybe like 10 hours of work. I don't really know. But the thing is, I do this 7 days days a week because I can't afford to take any time off, or I probably could, but I think this is like an internal thing that I can't, or I struggle with at least. This is like one of the main things which has kind of been negative about YouTube for me. I'm sort of like this perfectionist, and at the same time, I've got to realize that I don't think for much longer on a mental level I can really keep up with this. Like, I'm struggling to keep up with the way I'm doing videos, man. They're very satisfying when I sort of finish them up, and I always feel so good when I can, you know, grind out these like half an hour and then just a random 2-hour video amongst things. But bro, oh my gosh, have I got to realize how much the landscape has changed for me to have to do this multiple times a week. Like, it's hard, man. Sometimes like when I talk to people, you know, if it's someone I don't know and they're like, oh, what's your job? I'm like, oh, you know, I do games on YouTube and edit stuff, and they're like, oh, so you don't have a job? It's like, bro, I have been working the most I ever have in my life, and that's just the kind of person I am. Like, I have this sort of perfectionist mentality about stuff, and I don't mind the work. I think it's so much fun. If just the only thing I'd like to change about is I wish it didn't take up so much of my time. An interesting thing as well, I don't really know a time when I've had more than one day off on YouTube. Oh man, when was the last time? I think the last time I took 2 days off in a row was like during the Friday Night Funkin' Tricky mod time. I had to travel somewhere for work, by the way. That was like the only time I took more than a day off work. It's very rare that I will take, you know, like Tuesday, Wednesday off of videos, you know, Friday, Saturday, whatever like that. I never do that. So it just became like a new ingrained thing. By the way, I know this is probably super rambly. I struggle to keep context with this sort of stuff. I just kind of write notes down on like a notepad, and then I just kind of babble about everything. I don't know how much of it makes sense. I hope you guys can follow. I always feel like it's like every vlog that I do, I feel like, am I even making sense? Like, should I just turn the camera off and not record? Like, can you guys relate to any of this? Maybe like in a different area? I don't know. Something people do say in the comments though, and I think some do realize like the amount of kind of work I'm doing with the editing and recording and stuff. They're like, you know, don't be afraid to take a break from YouTube. You know, just like take it easy for a little while. We'll be here for you. And it's like, I appreciate that, and it means so much to me, but you can't do that. You can't do that. YouTube is not a person. YouTube is just literally, it's just a thing where we're kind of putting videos out on, and the underlying system that kind of puts things in play, it doesn't care about the humans who are doing things. And that's just the way it is. It's basically like AI robot code doing everything for it. It's like what it promotes, what it doesn't promote, bro. And you have to accept that. It's just a part of the whole system. I know there's like super fortunate people, bro. Corey is like the most, I'm so envious of the fact that he can take these breaks, man. I wish I could do that. Like, I really do. But over time, what I've realized is that I'm not Corey, and that's just what I got to accept, and my channel's never going to be on the same level as his. Like, he's got it where he can go away for 9 months, and when he comes back, it's like double the views, bro. He takes a break, double the views. I know when he comes back again, that dude is going to pop off to like new heights again. But I think for me, the main thing I need to do is try and find like a more healthier way for me, like mentally. Physically, there is nothing in this job that is like physically demanding. It's all mentally draining, bro, because the amount of thinking and the amount of sort of attention to, especially in editing repetitive tasks that I kind of have to do at points, bro, it is a drain sometimes. Over the last like couple of years, my brother has begun to sort of help me. What he does is, say I record a game that's like 3 hours long, he'll get the initial pass, he'll kind of like chop it down to like the main good bits, so it's like, you know, not as long. He'll do like a kind of base level of edits, add some ambience and stuff, and then I'll go over it and I'll kind of refine it, do like the final stuff, you know, trim extra bits out of the footage, do different edits, do the kind of like higher stuff. What I've realized is like, without my brother doing that, like, there is no way I could do this. Like, that dude is helping me sustain what I'm doing big time. I appreciate that so much. But I think one thing that I want to do, and I do see other people do this, and when I do, it kind of gives me an odd sense of like kind of comfort, is I think sometimes with videos, what I need to learn to try and do is like, I need to care a little bit less about like the quality that I do. Not in terms of like, you know, just never editing and stuff like that, but I am a perfectionist at heart, and I know I am. You know, when it comes to editing, I think I can be too much of a perfectionist to a fault. Like, sometimes I'll spend like several minutes on like 2 or 3 seconds of a video doing like the dumbest edit that, like, if I just did it a simpler way, it would pretty much have 95% of the effect, but I just wanted to go that extra mile to be, I don't know, like special about it or something. And I know I spend the longest time doing like the smallest things with my videos that, you know, I doubt many people really pay attention to. It's just like me who does, because obviously when I'm editing through it and I want things to be perfect, I spend the time to just make sure every little kind of high and low is emphasized as much as it can. And again, I don't think it needs to be sometimes. I think That's just the inner me making sure every single video is as high quality as it can be, because you don't know on the algorithm with YouTube, like what's going to be pushed out there, what's going to pick up traction. So my mentality, and I've been this way since the very beginning, and I felt like it's helped me out a lot. Every single video on my channel, regardless of what I'm covering, has always been to the same quality level. I've always done this high quality editing, even on videos that have absolutely flopped. You know, I might do it, I'll play it again, and it's like, nah, you're gonna edit it still the same. Don't get lazy with this, keep it up. But again, I could probably still take it a bit easy. Again, that perfectionist in me makes it at like 110%, where I can take it down that notch just a little bit, and I think the videos, they'll still be appreciated just the same. Moving over though to 2024, like one of the biggest things I've noticed is that I want my videos to be more impactful. I want kind of like every single video that people see, I kind of want it to be its own independent experience, and I want it to feel that way, which is why more so than lately, I've been trying to, when it comes to like longer 2+ hour games, I've always been wanting to do them for their own dedicated videos. Like instead of having like 5 parts with the game, I'll do it all now in one, which is like 5 times the recording time and a lot more work every time, but it looks so much more neater, and I feel like I want to give people the whole experience of the games that I can do, like, or that I play. Even if it means more editing, it takes more time, I feel like it looks nicer. I tried this recently with a game called Shipwreck 64. I think just yesterday, if this goes up on the Sunday, that game was incredible, and I just knew, like, you know, the thing about it is, it's like if you do multiple part series on games like that, people do drop off, they lose interest, and they don't want to watch it for some reason. But if you do the whole game in one single video, it seems to grab so much more attention, and then some. Like, YouTube seems to push them out. It's like people are just more interested to watch more of it, and then YouTube recognizes that, and it kind of snowballs, gets out into new fan bases, and then more and more people want to see it. So for me, I've noticed that longer videos, they are more consistent for me. It's like I can play like a 15-minute game, and then it just like, it's a 10 out of 10 in my analytics. I hate that sometimes, bro. When YouTube reminds you, it's like it ranks the last 10 videos you've done, and if you get like a 10 out of 10, it's like everything's all gray, and it's like, you know, this video isn't interesting. No one wants to see it. It's like, thanks guys, I needed that. But yeah, bigger projects on non-trendy games, most importantly, I've noticed that they almost always tend to, they do better, at least, regardless of what the game is that I'm playing. If it's something like not many people have heard of, they always just seem to just stand the test of time. I remember this game I did, it was called, I think it was called Bramble. What an incredible game that was. I remember that was like the first time where I was like, you know what, we're gonna try and do like a 3-hour video, and I think I just about passed that 3-hour mark. When that video got uploaded initially, it flopped, bro, and it was painful for me. I was like, man, this game was fire. I felt like my commentary was good, and it was the first time where I tried like a real, you know, lesser edited version to get this 3-hour thing done. I was really excited to see what people thought. Initially, the response was kind of like flat to negative, but then I've looked back on it like over the months, it's past 1 million views. Like, it's just longer videos, bro. It just, more people just seem to want to see them. They're more drawn to a longer video, and they just kind of, they hold out in the long run. It's like they kind of compound over time, and it's so satisfying for me as a creator to see. Man, I really am rambling. I didn't think I'd talk this much. It's weird, guys. Every time I'm like, yo, let's do a vlog, you know, we're gonna be like talking for 6 minutes. My recording is at like 16, no, it's at 18 minutes by now. And I'm still not done. I think what I gotta do though, if I want to do this sort of like longer video thing, is I've got to find a better balance for me so I can sustain this new workflow on a personal level. And I think also what I gotta try and learn is accept that like I'm actually a human, I'm not a robot. I can't do this thing 24/7, which I am. There is a couple of things like I'm kind of wondering if I've got some like problems with my sort of like anxiety, because I get anxious when I do nothing now. It's kind of weird. It's like if I'm not working, I'm wasting my time, I'm being unproductive, and I feel like this kind of itch, this like uncomfortableness, and I have to get back to work, bro. It's like I don't even know how to relax anymore. It's kind of weird. I also get this kind of weird chest feeling sometimes. It's kind of restrictive. I've been like getting investigated by doctors. It seems like it's okay, but like they just keep kind of saying like, you know, you're good, when I feel like weird, and I'm getting like this kind of weird restrictive pain sometimes. I'm like, bro, I don't feel good. I'm tired of doctors telling me I'm fine when I literally feel different, like, you know? Yeah, I'm working on that though in the background, guys. That probably means I'm gonna have to take more days off. Some days, I guess, and you probably won't even notice, I'll just make up for it with the work, but again, I gotta work smarter, bro. It's so sick though, like what I love about YouTube, and I didn't think it would be this way for me. First off, I didn't even think I would have or be in this position that I am. Like, I don't really get much time to think about it because I'm so focused on just working and making content for it that I don't really get to sit back and see the bigger picture. But like, it's kind of wild, like how this thing even came about. I can't believe it. Like, just when I think about it in the position I'm in, what my plans were back in 2015 when this was like, you know, I was just starting to do it, bro. I was totally in a different place. I remember working Christmas Day on like a Happy Wheels video, and I think it made $4, and I spent my entire Christmas basically working on that. So that was, you know, that was just what I wanted to do though. Like, it wasn't a case of I had to do it. That's just what I wanted to do. It was weird, bro. It was strange how like dedicated I was back then. I still am now, but it's like, even when I was getting pretty much nothing for it, like, no, there was no sustainability. It wasn't a job. I was still just as passionate as, honestly, I am now. If not, I'm even more passionate, to be honest, now that I've seen this thing really flourish and turn into what it is. Yeah, it's been like the 9 years, but it feels like I'm just starting out. Like, it always just feels like I'm at the very beginning. It's like, it's so weird. The finish line, I don't see it. I really don't. It's like I've just left the, you know, I've started running. Let's say it's a marathon, right? It's like I thought the run was gonna be like from here to here, but like, you know, I'm still running, and this ending, it just doesn't exist apparently, which is absolutely cool with me. I just keep going, you know, and I don't know if I want to see that ending. It's just so satisfying to me. I think I just want to adapt though, bro. That's the main thing I want to do, and I feel like I am doing it. I like what I'm doing with the channel now. It's really fun. Also, something else kind of fun that I want to do. I want to try and make a game at some point, and I've really been kind of like taking it back sometimes, like just trying to write some notes down for like game ideas and such. Like, I probably wouldn't do all of it. I don't think I'd have the time to learn, but I'd love to just be a part in making a game with an idea I've got. I think that would be super cool. And again, it just comes down like, I need that time though. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, YouTube's taking that time, so that thing is never gonna happen. Oh yeah, I'm like 30 in 2 months as well. That's a thing I'm gonna have to try and you know, get used to saying that. I don't think this made any sense. I don't. But what I'm gonna do is I'm still gonna post this because maybe you guys do find sense in it, even if it's only in a portion of it. If you watch this far, like, I appreciate you. First of all, you just listen to me ramble, and that means a lot too. Like, I appreciate that people want to watch the games I do. So these type of videos, they're not that important. They're not on the same level. So thank you. Honestly, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the flow of the new videos. You know, it's been a really fun time on YouTube, and I'm just excited to see what 2024 is gonna hold and everything else beyond that. It's gonna be interesting. I'll say that. But yeah, you're gonna see me in 2025, 2026, and you know, I could keep saying numbers because I'm gonna be there, always trying to do different things and just innovate the way I do content to keep it fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna call this one here, man. I'm gonna start rambling again. I just hope I kind of got the message across, you know, like, changes are coming to the channel. They're gonna be to make videos more special every time. I'm gonna try and work on myself. But all right, guys, I'm leaving this one here, bro, because I'm gonna go on a tangent again. But thanks so much for watching this video, guys. And if you haven't seen Shipwreck 64, go give that video a shot, man. Yes, I'm promoting my own stuff. That game was literally the best horror game. Like, this just proves graphics aren't everything. If you watch it, you're gonna see what kind of rabbit hole that game is. Go back, check on it. Come on, I'll wait for you. If you're still staring at me, bro, why didn't you click on the video? Go watch it. Come on right now.